Caption Close Washington, AP, they were the 13 days that transformed the White House. Even for an administration that spent most of 2017 throwing off headlines at a dizzying pace, events in the second half of July unfolded at breakneck speed. They encapsulated both the promise and peril of President Donald Trump's first year in office and yielded aftershocks that reverberate within the White House even as the calendar turns to 2018. The two-week span laid bare the splintering of Trump's relationships with two influential cabinet members, foreshadowed the reach of the Russia probe into the interior of his orbit, saw the dramatic, last-minute defeat of one of the president's signature campaign promises, and featured a senior staff shakeup that reset the rhythms of this presidency. From the outside, it was an unruly stretch that threatened to turn the White House into a sideshow. Inside the West Wing, the chaotic days between July 19 to 31 stand as a panicked memory, but also one that also paved the way for future successes, according to nearly 24 administration officials, outside advisors, and lawmakers. Most of those interviewed for this account spoke anonymously because they were not authorized to talk publicly about private discussions. For the record, though, that was the extreme, said former press secretary Sean Spicer. The kiss his suit perfect and his hair just so, Anthony Scaramucci lifted his right hand off the briefing room podium and blew a kiss to the slack-jawed White House press corps. Trump's new communications director, known to his friends as the Mooch, made his dramatic debut on July 21 and aimed to usher in a new era at a White House riven by infighting, drowning in bad press and struggling to maintain credibility. He lasted 11 days. Scaramucci's shockingly brief tenure some White House aides have taken to calling a short period of time a mooch underscored the drama that dominated and frequently paralyzed the West Wing. This was a White House where aides undermined each other with blind items in the press and jockeyed for face time with a president who left the Oval Office door open. Self-proclaimed nationalists, led by chief strategist Steve Bannon, were pitted against more centrist globalists, who included Trump's powerful advisor and son-in-law Jared Kushner. How the rivalries played out in the press was particularly important for Trump, the former reality TV star who consumes hours of cable news each day. For months, he demanded that his schedule be arranged so he could watch the daily White House press briefing, often barking at aides about what he was seeing in between sips of Diet Coke in his private dining room. Some of his rants were about the fake news media. But many were about Spicer, whom Trump believed failed to adequately defend him or to look the part. Long believing he was his own best spokesman, Trump told one confidant that he saw something of himself in Scaramucci, a rich, fast-talking New York hedge fund manager who excelled on television. Within hours of when Scaramucci was hired, Spicer quit.